Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My friends, in today's gospel, Jesus healed 10 people who were afflicted with leprosy. They shouted at him from a distance. He told them to go and show themselves to the priests. That was a requirement of the law. A recovered leper had to first be examined by a priest before he could return to society. So acting on faith, they went to the priests. Along the way, they were all healed. But only one of them returned and went back to say thank you. And Jesus remarked and wondered, where are the other 9? I would like to think that they were all genuinely grateful. How could they not be? One minute, they are trapped in a living hell. The next, they are free, starting life all over again. They had to be grateful. But why didn't they all come back to say thank you? These 9 people left a giant question mark on history. We'll never know why, because they really didn't say. And yet, some things just need to be said, no matter what. Let's face it, we all need to hear words of thanks and praise from time to time. I like to think that I have a reasonably strong self-image, but, once in a while it's nice to hear from someone else that you're doing a good job. It could be one of those Sundays when nothing seems to go right. Attendance is down, and so is the enthusiasm. And the best thing that can be said for the homily is that it is over. After the service, a little child hugs my leg, and it makes my day. I visit an old woman in the nursing home, and she blows me a kiss when I leave. That lifts my spirits. We never outgrow the need for praise and thanks. Some things need to be said because we all need to hear them. We also need to say them. When you teach your child to say thank you, you're not really thinking about the people who are going to hear those words. You're really thinking about your child. The need to say them. That's really part of civilized society. Your child will never be whole and healthy unless they learn the real meaning of gratitude. Part of becoming a grateful person is learning and using grateful words. If a child keeps saying thank you, it will shape their soul, and they will always be a grateful person. Some things need to be said because we all need to say them. The good news is that we can all do that. It really doesn't take a silver-tongued orator to say the things that really need to be said in life. We don't know the precise words that the one leper said to Jesus when he came back and returned to give thanks to God. All we know is that he came back praising God in a loud voice. The point is that we can all say those things that really need to be said, even if we are totally incompetent about public speaking. Right now, I'm recalling a very powerful, a very beautiful speech. In fact, I would call it the greatest speech that I have ever heard. You can never guess what it is. It's not the Gettysburg Address, though the world will never forget that November day in 1863 when Abraham Lincoln began 77 years ago. And I'm not thinking about Dr. Martin Luther King and his I Have a Dream speech. It was profound and moving. The greatest speech that I have ever heard and that I'm thinking of can be made by anybody. It is only 3 words long, and those 3 words are, I love you. That is probably the most profound thing that any human being can say to another. When was the last time you said it to your spouse, or to your friend, or to a child? Have you spoken those 3 words at all this past week? Some things need to be said. Jesus seemed to think so. He wondered out loud, where are the other 9?